Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. Sorry about the long delay. I was digging through all my figures trying to find something before I made this video and I was at a loss, but I think I got what I'm doing, so I am ready to go. So I'm opening up my app now so I can see your guys' comments. And let's talk about when to draw the line in the sand when it comes to collecting action figures. This is kind of a tough call for me, as you guys know, because I really enjoy collecting figures. Let's see who is on. We should go audio first. App now, so I can see. Okay. Whoop. And let's talk about. Okay, the audio sounds good. Hey Charles, thanks for joining me. Late dinner. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Is as you know, they made these cool Filmation version figures. Mattel started making them first, like with this He-Man, and we also got let's get a Tovar and a bunch of other cool figures, which were then released later on by Super 7 again. Let's see. This is the Mattel one. This is the Mattel one. You can tell by the size of the circles. The Super 7 one has smaller pinholes on their He-Man, and he's a lot shinier. This is not a Super 7 head, though. It's a custom head. So anyway, so then Filmation figures ended up going to Super 7, and they continued creating the figures for us. And that's how we got a lot of our figures eventually. And of course, one of the ones that was most controversial, as you guys know. Hey, Dorky Hippie. Hey, Cobweb. Hey, Waldo. Thanks for joining us. Is this Teela right here was the most controversial figure because of her surprised look on her face that a lot of us just were pretty upset about because she did not look like what we expected in the promo picture. It's like, it doesn't look at all like what we thought. I think one of these is customed. I think one of them looks better than the other. But anyway, I know it's a weird call. And then also they had a problem with the pins, the hips, and some other things too. So everyone was just kind of complaining about it. And of course, before this, we already got stung with, let's say, hey, she looks pretty good, but that's because she has a classics or a Masterverse head on. That Masterverse head looks really good on that figure. Anyway, we got this. Mrs. No Chin Teela. No Chin Teela. Hold on a second. Let me go charge my light. I left it on while I was looking for figures, and now it's dying. But it should be charged before our video is over. So, what I was thinking, you're probably going, where the heck is he going with this video and all these different figures all over the place? Is, where I'm going is I at one time decided that I was not going to keep all of the figures, that I was going to Filmation 2 though gets messed up. I know, it's crazy. And I decided that I remember I had my what is his name, Spikor in my hand, and I just pulled his boots off to use for a custom figure. I believe it was to fix this He-Man right here. And I decided, you know what? I'm not going to collect them all. I'm done with that. I'm just going to collect the ones I want. And so I thought I got rid of Chopper. So I went and I decided just, a few months ago that I'm going to go ahead and get them all. Being I'm so close and they are still under the classics kind of line that I'm just going to go ahead and get all of them. So we went and rebought Chopper for a pretty premium price. And just now, when I was searching for my figures to see what I did and didn't have, I found another Chopper still in the package. It's like, no, I could have just grabbed the one I had and opened it. So I decided to do a thorough search again for the ones that I'm missing. And of course, I'm missing Spikor, as I just told you guys. And I thought I was missing Grizzlor as well. Grizzlor, but I did find him in my pile of stuff in the closet. And let's just see how horrible this looks again. I just want to be reminded. Because at one time I had 3 Grizzlors and I sold 2, so I'm down to 1. And I thought I got rid of this one too. And I think I may have, but I think the buyer didn't pay or something, so that's why I still have them. I don't know why you get that a lot on eBay. People just don't buy or don't pay. Oh yeah, he's as bad as I remember. I mean, that just looks horrible. It's like he has mud slapped all over him. I'm Mudlore, not Grizzlore. It's like it's just dripping mud off of his shorts instead of fur. But I know it's supposed to be cartoon looking, but it's just too much. Because the cartoon, of course, looks that way because they don't want to draw the detail. But the figures should still have the detail the cartoons don't want to draw. But I know it's kind of weird. So I thought, okay, do I want to collect them all or not collect them all? And since I didn't have Grizzlore anymore, which I do now, I found out, I thought, okay, Spikor, Grizzlore, I'm missing 2. Maybe I'm okay not going all the way along. Let's see. Solar says the long-haired Masterverse Tila looks good on the Battleground Tila. Then the different skin tone. It's an obvious choice for new Eternia figure. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like I said, I do actually really like the way this came out looking. Look how cool that looks compared to this. Oh, what did they do? What did they do to you, Tila? And this is actually a really good custom somebody made. I was really happy with the custom, except for the head. I should have put that head on the custom instead of the real figure. This is the real figure. You can see the custom they made much smaller and did a really good job fixing the custom and stuff. But anyway, the head's still the problem. So I decided today, you know what? I'm going for the gusto. I'm going to buy all of them. So I went online and I looked up Grizzlore. It was only $50. I thought, what the heck? I might as well just get them all. And then I went to look up Spikor, and $150 to $200. Woo! $150 to $200? What? That's a lot of money. And so now I know why. It's because he was a PowerCon exclusive. But I was like, okay, maybe I don't want them all. But I kept thinking I'm only one shy. I'm only one shy away from having all the Filmation ones, and that is Spikor. Yeah, Spikor. So I thought, what the heck? I'll go ahead and maybe just fork out the cash, get the last one. So of course I made the mistake of asking my wife. I said, what do you think? Should I complete the collection and get every single one of these Filmation figures, or should I just stop one shy from having them all? And she goes, what are you going to do with them if you get them all? I said, well, put them in a plastic box in the room and they'll sit forever. You know, but of course, you know, she doesn't totally understand the whole thing of being a completist and having the final one. Because I remember trying to be a completist and I was short only the Bronze King Grayskull for the Classics line. He was the last figure I bought and I spent like 300 and something bucks on him, which I haven't told her because she would freak out. Doot. Anyway, so I started looking online and just don't be a completist. As I was looking, I realized there was another figure I'm missing. Oh, another figure. No, who could it be? And I don't have him here to show you, but it's the Tongue Lasher Filmation. And I was like, Tongue Lasher, he is so stupid looking. Sorry for those of you that like the way the Filmation Tongue Lasher looks. The customs I've seen online have really been cool and everything else, but he just looks horrible. And I had 3 at one time. I know I did, because I bought 3 of every single figure at one time, but I sold most of them. And so I thought, what the heck do I really want to buy another Tongue Lasher? You know, granted, he's not a lot of money. You can get him for like 49 bucks on eBay. I should have put a link in here. And so I'm going back and forth. Now I'm short 2 figures. And I remember, you know, I didn't know if I had Fisto, which I do. There's my Fisto there. He's still in the box, safely nestled in the box. There's my Stratos. There's my Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. So those I haven't opened yet. Those were ones I really didn't want to open because they just, I don't know. It's just something about having a secondary figure not made the same quality as your main figure. It's like, why have them? Why? If they would have completed, yes, I have Shadow Weaver. Dun dun dun. Oh, and Shadow Weaver's still available at Big Bad Toy Store, and she's an awesome figure. I mean, look how cool they made this figure. She could fit right in with your Standards Classics line, not just Filmation. I mean, she does not just look like a hate to say this, but a junky Filmation. I know people like Filmation, but come on, no fuzz, no fur. I don't know. Only one spike. I mean, just because they simplified it for the drawing doesn't mean we need to simplify the toys as well. And being they didn't complete the line, I mean, I don't think they even have my top 11. I mean, they don't even have Ram Man. Ram Man, Ram Man. So, if they would at least had Ram Man, maybe then. I think it's the one that's missing in the top 11. My top 11 is Ram Man. See, there's Fisto. Fisto. You know, he's very Filmation-y. It's got bluish purple boots. It's like Skeletor's boots almost. I just don't know. I'm kind of at a loss a little bit on whether I should spend the $200 for the two figures I'm missing. Tongue Lashor, which looks ridiculous, and Spikor, which is cool, but like I said, I did sell him. Sorceress. Actually, if you guys see any that I'm missing, let me know of the Filmation ones that came out from Super 7 that you see in front of you here. Because maybe I am still missing some. Maybe they'll help me make my decision. Of course, I have Triclops. The Clops of Triness. And I have this guy here. I actually like his head. His head is actually a better head. I've actually repainted his head and put it on my classics. Because that head is not just some lame Filmation head. It actually does look pretty good. I mean, as opposed to Beastman, you can tell it's very cartoony looking, but this one actually looks like it could pass for a non-cartoon version. So, I'm not sure why they did that. Even Triclops looks pretty good. I mean, Triclops is a pretty excellent figure the way they did him. Of course, I have She-Ra. And they did a good job on She-Ra, too. She doesn't look as horrid as Tila did. But again, she was made later on the line as they were getting better at making the figures. Not a huge fan of the coloring of the gold, but that's okay. He's got a lazy eye. Oh, he does. Of course, I have a Laughing Prince Adam. I do have the Christmas He-Man. You can see there's part of him. I got Murray Man. I got the non-laughing Adam of Princess. And of course I have the Manny faces, which they did a good job on old Manny too. Now if you do get Manny faces, I do suggest a couple things. One, you make his helmet removable. So you can turn his head easily without having to put your finger in the hole trying to turn him. Wow, my frame rate just looks horrible. I'm not sure what my phone's going on doing here. If you do pull it off, though, you're going to have to repaint all the spots as glued, too. So, I should have reset my phone before I started this video. Alright, so do you see any other Filmation classics that I'm missing? Those of you who are experts on this. And again, I have Fisto, Stratos, Roboto, and Spikor, and Tongue Lasher. Thanks, Dwight. I like the way this guy came out, one of my customs. Not a huge fan of the face because it's still Super 7 face. Would have liked it better with the Mattel head, but here's my Mattel head version of it, where I have the Classics body. Now I had to use the body from the 2-pack because it's the right shade for this skin tone. Then I had to paint these orange instead of yellow myself. But yes, a lot of classics, and it's just the Filmation ones. Of course, I have two different sorceresses, so I can have one have the old head and one have the new head. Because you got to do that. I have a whole bunch of sorceresses, actually. I bought a ton of them for some reason. And I got a box full of them. I thought they were going to go really high someday, so I bought a bunch of them. So I can offset my costs. But at the time, it wasn't really scalping because you had to pre-order them all. So it's like you could buy as many as you want. It didn't affect the numbers. It wasn't like you were running into stores and stealing figures away from parents being able to buy them. Like nowadays. Sorry, I need to get off my soapbox. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall in my mess here. It's funny, I bought an extra Triclops for one reason only, and that was to make a different skin shade of a He-Man figure, because I liked him more tan. And when I went to pull off the armor, look at that. You can see that it actually put this little knob right there, and the He-Man armor doesn't cover that. So I was like, man. So that was a little frustrating. But I did get the new Super 7 head, so it rotates. Burp, burp, burp. Okay. Oh yeah, I got Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn's back there. She was also a bad looking one too. Look at that. Ugh. What were they thinking? That face. That face. That horrible face. Alright, let's... Oh no! They're staying down. Let's see, Delaxorian City stopped collecting. Todd, you're missing Mantenna. You're right. You're right. I am missing Mantenna. And I did have a Mantenna. I opened him, and then I decided I didn't want to keep him. Oh. Okay. Mental note made. Yeah, I do have Krita. She's in a different box because I liked her so much. I decided to put her with the other figures because she's more of a... You know, maybe I stuck Mantenna in there too. Let me take a look. Mantenna. These are other figures I consider Filmation, but they fit in really nice with the non-Filmation stuff. Like this guy here, he's definitely Filmation. Even though wasn't released under the Filmation line. And of course, she's an awesome looking figure. So I still need Mantenna too. And I always keep confusing Mantenna with this guy, so that's probably why I kept thinking I had him. And see, this is so Filmation-y too, but he was not released in the Filmation line either. But he even has the simple details, which is very Filmation-y like, but yet not too simple. See, this is how they should have made them. So they do have some detailing on them, but still has the Filmation look to them. This one's gone through surgery. I had to fix his bicep here. So there was a problem. I forgot what it was exactly, but I remember I made a whole video on it on how to fix the bicep. I've been tempted to make a custom brown one of him because they have a brown version of him in the cartoon. And then, of course, Batros, whatever his name is. I'm Batman. Anyway, He didn't come in the Filmation line, but he, man, now I gotta look for my man antenna, see if I have him in the box somewhere. I didn't even look for him. That's funny. All right, anything else I'm missing? He was released under the main line. And the way you can tell, if you take a look at the wrists, if they have the bumps on the wrist cuffs, they're definitely from the main line. If they have smooth wrists, like, let's see, who's... Well, it's kind of hard to tell because he has smooth ones in the main line too. But there we go, like Triclops here. You can see they gave him the cartoon smooth. Also, he only has 3 dots here instead of going all the way around. Or in some cases, they have no dots at all whatsoever. Yep, Orko too. Orko was a Classics line. Yep, I'm looking for characters from the Club Grayskull line. That is correct. So I'm missing Mantenna still, Spikor, and Tongue Lashor, which at one time I did have them all. But like I said, at one day I made a decision. So now, drawing the line in the sand. Do I continue? Because in reality, some of these, I mean, Man-at-Arms does look cool. They didn't make him too Filmation-y. I mean, his face actually looks like it could fit in with the Classics line without too much of a problem. You know, so it's not like they totally butchered him and ruined him by making him too cartoony. But some of them, they just went overboard. Like I said, Beast Man. I don't know what they were thinking. He just looks so cartoony. You can't put him in the regular line at all. He just look weird. And same with the figures I have in the back there that I haven't opened. What was this? Oh, Stratos. Let's take a look at Stratos again. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Modulok is pretty cheap. And actually, Modulok I went through a lot with. When I first opened him, they messed him up, so I had to go back to Super 7 and get a new one. Yeah. There's even something weird with his chest going on there. You see, he's got like a weird indent. I know it's a defect, or if it's supposed to be that way. It's funny, he just went with 2 backpacks, though. You know what? I think I've decided. I think I am going to go ahead and get the last figures that I want. But I'm not going to open any of them. So for some reason, I end up wanting to sell the collection. I can say I got all of them. And leave the lame ones that I'm not going to ever touch or play with in the box. And that way then, someday if my children ever decide to take these for some reason, after my demise, they can say, yep, he has the whole collection. And then sell them as one big lot for $500. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make Ram Man. Ram Man. They never made Buzz Off either. The white open look cool. Evil Bay. Yep. All right. Hey, Waldo, thanks for being a member. I appreciate it. You guys have noticed that Waldo's text is green. That means he's one of the members of our little group here. And members get advanced, sometimes access to some of my videos and also discounts when I make new items. So welcome to the team. I appreciate you joining us, man. And Mike, of course, is not only a member, he's also admin. That's why he is blue. That's why you're blue, Mike. Anyway, I do appreciate those people that are members and also admins. They make my job a lot easier. So thanks for joining us. And for all you subscribers, thanks for being here too. It's always cool to have people show up that we see over and over again. So thanks for subscribing to my channel. That also helps too. Sure, Waldo. All right. Anyway, so this is your chance to tell me what you think. Completist, not completist. Yes for completist, no for not. Yes, please smash the like too. It's not so weird. Smash the like. Hit it with the power sword. No, thunder punch it. Thunder punch the like. Jess says, yes, you're so close. Delaxorian says, miles will go all the way. I got Classics Row guards to get rid of if you're looking for more, Todd. I got a whole box of classic guards. Let me show you. Oh. So this is my guards box. And I have 2 guards already out. Oh, there they all go. They're all falling. Oh, and I just knocked them all down. And it's cool as I decided to make some custom ones. Like this one here where he's a furry guy. And then this one here. Look at that. So I got some cool custom ones. And then I have a young man at arms as a guard. And then, yep. What's this one here? Oh, another furry one. I got 2 furry ones. Look at that. Wow, I must have been busy that week making customs. And I have another young man at arms. You can tell because it doesn't have Scott Knightlook's head. It's got man at arms head. So this is man at arms as just a captain. He's got the captain symbol on. And then man at arms a little bit older, but still a guard. And like I said too, I have my guards posted. There he is. There's one. There's the other. The king and queen sitting there. All right, let me look at your guys' comments instead of talking about the guards of royalness. It's cool too. Look at all these weapons I got from this to hang on to for someday when I want to make a bunch of guards standing up. I don't have any snake guards though. I was not a fan of the snake guards ever, so I never made any custom snake guards. Charles, it's okay, man. I'm not worried about, you know, if you can't afford it, don't worry about it, man. Actually, it's funny. Usually the discounts I give are more than what people pay anyway, monthly. It's kind of funny. Yes, I got guards up the yin-yang. That's just like my horde troopers the same way. I got way too many of them and lots of custom troopers. Look at this pile of mess. After the battle. He-Man's laying against Evelyn there. Mommy, is that you? No. I was your mom's co-pilot before she left us all. Ah! You guys heard the story, right? The story is that they had 4 pilots upon Queen Marlena's ship. And they were Evelyn Powers. Triclops was one of the astronauts too. And I believe Beastman was the other pilot. So these 4, which I don't have the 4th one up here to show you right now. Hold on, let me grab Captain Glenn. There we go. These were the 4 astronauts. And the story goes that Captain Glenn fell on the light side, where these 3 fell on the dark side. And because of where they fell on the planet, sealed their fate forever. And they became evil. Evil. And as strange as that is, I believe it's in the Filmation Canon Bible, which I know is really strange, a really strange storyline. They never really played on it. So one time I used this figure here and redid the coloring and put Evil Lynn's head on it and made put a new sticker too. It said Powers and made an Evelyn Powers figure when she was an astronaut. I sold it though on eBay. Oh wait, what? You had a golden book with that story? No way. Now I gotta find that story. It was actually in a golden book? Is he bro giving out action figures? It's a Christmas event. No, sorry, Kelnars, I'm not giving out action figures. I did give out action figures, but not to you guys. I had my wife donate a bunch. So trying to keep the He-Man alive by getting new blood in the system. I figured we get enough kids interested in it. It was so cool. I finally gave my grandson his own Castle Grayskull floors and walls for his Castle Grayskull. And he was pretty happy about getting them. And his mom couldn't believe him either. She's like, wow, you made those? I said, yep. So he finally got some to put in his castle. He brought his castle over the other day. And oh, it was so funny. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. I gotta hop into the room for a second to grab a figure he was playing with that was pretty funny. Hold on a second. So I gave him some Sunman figures, some Snake guys. I like to give him different figures to see what he's gonna do. And let me grab my light, it's done charging. Look at a nice bright light instead of this dull one. I do have more lights on order. They're coming tomorrow, which should light up this whole area better. There we go. And he was playing with Sunman and the pig guy. I always forget his name. Pighead. And this snake guy here. And so it's the first time he's really seen a snake guy because I haven't given him a lot of snake guys yet. He has played with Cobra Khan though. And so when he saw him, the way his head is, he put him on the ground. And it was kind of funny because I was looking over what he was doing. He had him crawling on the ground like this. And I said, why is he on the ground like that? He goes, well, he's a snake, Grandpa. So he crawls on the ground. So he had his snake guy crawling on the ground, trying to get in the Castle Grayskull. And it's like, that is hilarious. Calvin asks, why don't you donate to us? At least he would split them in half after a few minutes. May your glass, what's that? Turn to bifocals. Yes, the Origins commercials. Actually, yeah, the original commercials of parents playing. You know what? I think that's, oh, this is messed up. Messed up. Is I think a lot of times those commercials of the kids playing with the dads are kind of what lured me to Masters of the Universe to begin with. Just the idea of that was so cool. I was one of the kids, of course, that you probably heard a lot of, maybe you were too, that really didn't have a fatherly figure in my life. So seeing those commercials was kind of like, that'd be so cool. So, yep, I was lured in by those as well. And here I am, still trapped today, in my 50s, playing with little toys. But that was just funny. Crawling on his belly. But now, playing with my grandson, playing with my kids. Evil Seed. Now, Evil Seed, I do have him as well. I'm not sure where he's at, though. I don't know where I stuck Evil Seed at, but I got a couple of them. I got one that's cut up and one that's not cut up. So I do have Evil Seed somewhere. Age is just a number. Yeah, because they had two different Evil Seeds, right? They had the Filmation one and the regular one, and I have both of them. I'm surprised they didn't make a Count Marzo Filmation version. I should find where I stuck that evil seed at. Make sure I do still have him. I'm surprised he's not in this box right here. Is he over there? Oh, I don't know where he is. Hopefully he's not one I decided to get rid of. I'll need 4 figures. When I'm 80 in a wheelchair, I'm going to show the punks in my heavy metal concert how to party. Nice. Do you have Zodak? I do. Yep, I have both Zodak with a K and Zodak with a C. But not a Filmation version, just the ones that came with the Classics line originally. Yes, if Super 7 got to keep making them, that would have been cool. I'd have been really happy. Who knows, they might have even fixed Artila and gave us another version. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for watching. I got a bunch of figures to put away, and I have to go look for Evil Seed and see if I got him. Crazy. I just, that's weird. I should have had him in the same box. I mean, he's a Filmation figure. I hope I didn't get rid of him. Anyway. So I do have one that I was going to use for a video that I cut his skirt up to make it work better so he can move better. But obviously I don't want mine cut up. Let's see, I need a Filmation He-Man head like that figure to put on a Caliban Build-A-Figure body. Not sure which He-Man figure you're talking about. This one here, which is the one from Mattel, which is pretty spendy, kind of stinks. The Super 7 head, not quite as spendy. Or the custom one that I bought from somebody online. Oh, Beastman. Wait, was there a Horde Scorpion woman? Not in Filmation style. She was actually released with a standard line, but she was based on the Filmation figure, or the Filmation cartoon. Yep. She's buried, though, underneath my desk, so I'm not going to grab her out because it will take quite a while to get her and a lot of boxes to move. That sounds awful, but my Princess of Power figures are on the very bottom of my pile. Just so you know, my father is originally a copyright holder for the hero character. He created him in 1960. You may change the name to Heavenly Black Figure Collector Show. Just saying. That's funny. Very cool. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining me, you guys. And I will see you guys next video. Bye now.